Okay, so a lot of you have been asking me how to make gougères. So let's just make gougères together. First, you take half a cup of water with half a cup of milk and a little bit of salt. And then you're going to mix to that 115 grams of unsalted butter that you would have cut in small pieces so it melts quicker. And then you put it on the stove and you bring it to the boil. Once it's boiling, as you can see here, it's boiling, you throw 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And then you mix until it dries out. And then you let it dry out until it comes off the sides of the pan. You see here it's starting to come off the sides of the pan. Okay, so you're going to keep stirring like that for about 1 or 2 minutes, nothing longer than that, yeah? And then you're going to take it off the stove, leave it to cool a little bit. Because you're going to mix your eggs with it, so you don't want it to be too hot, otherwise you're going to end up with a mix with scrambled eggs. So I just put it in a bowl so it cools down faster, and then I mix my 4 eggs one at a time. Okay, do not rush that and break both eggs or 3 eggs or 4 eggs together. It's one at a time. You incorporate it, and then until it comes together, and then you move on to the next one, and you do that 4 times. Okay, and now you see your dough is coming nicely together. You just add a 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg and a 1/4 of a teaspoon of white pepper, one of which you mix thoroughly, and then lastly you add your cheese. I've used emmental cheese. Traditionally we use gruyere, but here I used 100 grams of emmental cheese, and then I've kept 15 grams for just before baking to sprinkle over the top of the gougère. Okay, so mix your cheese thoroughly, and then you put everything in piping bag so you can pipe very nice and even gougère onto parchment paper. Okay, so you do an entire tray like that. It should give you, that batch should make you 28 to 30, something around 30, a little bit less than 30 little bowls. Okay. Okay, when your piping is finished, you take a bowl of water and then you just dip your finger in the bowl of water and you make all your gougères even. So you just rub your finger over the gougères to make them all even. So when it bakes, it rises evenly and it makes a perfect bowl. So you do that with all of them. Then you're going to sprinkle cheese on top. It makes a nice crust. It's lovely. Just a little bit of cheese on top of all of them. Then you're going to put it in the oven for 22 minutes at 200 degrees, and you will not open your oven. If you do that, they will go flat. So please do not open your oven. Don't be impatient. Just wait. They will be fantastic.